What's good, guys? Josef Rakich from josefrakich.com, and welcome to today's video. In this video I'm going to be answering your questions. So I did a post up on my Instagram and I said ask me anything, so I got a lot of questions. So right now I'm about to go through those questions and answer as many of you as I can. So let's get started, eh? First question: saunas good for muscle growth and repair? Not really. Waste of time, I would say. However, a sauna is good for, getting rid of a lot of excess water and sweating out toxins from your body, which may have effect on muscle building, even though it'll be like very, very small. What's the fastest way to shed inches off your abdomen, fat, stomach? You need to be in a calorie deficit. It all comes down to that, guys. I feel like this is almost the answer to all my questions, but that's just literally the answer. In order to lose fat, you must be in a calorie deficit, consuming less calories than what you burn on a day-to-day basis. You cannot spot reduce body fat, so don't think that doing 100 crunches for your abs in the gym every day is going to get you to lose belly fat, sorry. You must be in a total calorie deficit and stay consistent doing that, and you will lose fat from all over your body, including your belly fat area. What is 10 times 10? So 10 times 10, you've probably seen it in my YouTube videos or my Snapchat workouts. 10 times 10 means 10 sets of 10 reps each. So for example, if I was doing 10 times 10 on squats, I would pick a weight that I basically fail on about 10 or so reps, and I would do 10 sets of that weight for 10 reps. It's pretty brutal. Do you need to be on a calorie deficit when on the keto diet? If your goal is fat loss, yes. If your goal is to bulk up and put on muscle, then no. How did you grow your Instagram/YouTube? I guess I grew both my channels by putting up content consistently and providing lots of value. Exactly like what I'm doing right now for this video. I'm providing you guys with value, giving you guys knowledge on stuff that you want to know. So yeah, post good, valuable content and be consistent with doing so. Should you be sore after a workout? You don't have to be sore in order to get muscle growth. However, soreness is a good sign that you had a good workout, which will lead to muscle growth, but it's not something that you need to be. Do you have any tattoos? Why or why not? No, I have no tattoos on my body. I'm completely clean. I don't really have a reason why. just don't have any. Have you and Mimi decided where you're going to get married? No, not yet. We're pretty slack, but we're thinking possibly a destination wedding, so maybe Fiji or Bora Bora or something like that. I'd love a destination wedding. I think that would be pretty cool. How long do you rest between sets? I think too much people get caught up in this question and they worry too much about their rest periods. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Just do your next set when you feel you can do your next set. Just make sure you do the entire workout. For example, if I'm training biceps, I might do my next set within 30 seconds. If I'm training legs and I do a hard out set of squats or leg press, it might be 3 to 5 minutes before I do my next set. So it really depends. And there are pros and cons from short and long rest periods. So if you have a short rest period, yes, you're increasing the stress and you're increasing the intensity, but also with a shorter rest period, you have less effort in your second set. So with a longer recovery period, you might be able to give more in your next set. So again, always mix it up and see how you respond. Best gym music. I always mix it up, but my go-to is always Eminem at some point. Hey bro, what does really carbs do to your body and why bodybuilders have low carb day? Your question doesn't make much sense, but I think I know what you're saying. So carbohydrates are a source of fuel, and when you consume them, they get stored as glycogen, which is energy in your muscle. Now, the reason why bodybuilders have low carb days is usually to get lean and to get ripped, because in order to get ripped, you must create a calorie deficit. Now, you've got protein, you've got carbohydrates, and you've got fats. Protein and fats are essential for the human body, so you have to remove calories from somewhere. So carbohydrates are usually the first source of calories that you pull from. So that's why most people lower their carbs and they end up losing body fat. But it's not the fact that they're lowering the carbs, it's the fact that they're lowering their total calories. Is it effective to do intermittent fasting and keto at the same time? Yes, very effective, and they are very beneficial, and they go together perfectly. Intermittent fasting is a great way to suppress your appetite, and keto is also a great way to suppress your appetite. So if you struggle on burning body fat and you struggle on staying in a deficit, I definitely recommend keto and IF together. IF is my F, intermittent fasting. How satisfied do you feel when you see clients changing their lives due to your help? Honestly, it's one of the best feelings ever. We've got a great Facebook group now with that only my clients have access to. It's the JRF members group, and there's so much great transformations coming in there every single day. There's so much of them. Like, I literally get more transformations. I'll put some of them up on the screen right now. I literally get more transformations coming through than I can actually post up, even in my Instagram and Snapchat stories. There's just so much coming through, and it's such a good feeling knowing that I've gave someone the blueprint what they need to follow in order for them to lose body fat or gain muscle. It's an amazing feeling. Can you lose weight while still lifting heavy and doing cardio? Can you lose weight while still lifting heavy and doing cardio? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't get what your question is. If your goal is to lose weight, you want to lift heavy and you want to do cardio. So yes, you need to do those two things if you want to lose weight. Do you think keto is sustainable for long term, or should you switch up every now and again? Yes, it is sustainable long term, but again, it depends on the individual. I literally know people, on YouTube and on the internet who have done keto for 9 years plus, and they look amazing. They're ripped. Some of them are even 50 plus years old, and they look in insane shape. Their skin's amazing. So yeah, you can do it, but it comes down to, is that something that you want to do? Can you build mass while in a calorie deficit? You can build muscle while in a calorie deficit, yes, because each time you consume a meal, you are in a short period of a calorie surplus. And at time you're in a calorie surplus, you are in an anabolic state, which means you can build muscle. How did you make it to be in the position you are in today? I guess, I don't know, I just followed my dreams, did what I love to do, and stayed consistent at doing that. What's your opinion on sodium levels while dieting? Good question. Now, a lot of people go very low sodium when dieting because sodium, they think it holds water under the skin, which yes, is true. So they try to remove sodium. They don't use any salt, and they try to go for foods that are really low in sodium. I don't recommend this. I recommend, putting some salt on your food. I put pink Himalayan salt on a lot of my food, and the reason being is because when you train hard and when you're sweating a lot, you sweat out a lot of that salt and sodium, and your body is always going to acclimate to whatever you're putting in there. So if you're always on a low sodium intake, you're going to flush out small amounts of sodium. If you're on a very high consistent amount of sodium, your body's going to flush out lots of sodium. So my advice is to keep your sodium intake moderate and keep it consistent. That way you're gonna look the best. You're not gonna hold water. Now, you also have to remember is when you go super low in sodium, and try and remove it from everywhere, a hormone called aldosterone gets released. Aldosterone is a hormone that makes you hold on to water. So going low sodium can actually make you hold on to water. So I don't recommend trying to cut out all sodium. Salt your foods with pink Himalayan salt. It's the best. It's got 84 different trace minerals. Opinion on mass gainers. As I struggle to put on weight, I find it very hard to eat a lot in the day. I'm not really a fan of mass gainers. I advise getting all your calories through whole foods. However, if you struggle consuming enough calories through whole foods, then yes, supplementing with a mass gainer shake may be beneficial because liquid calories are the easiest to consume. What do you think of CrossFit? Personally, not a fan, and don't do it. However, if CrossFit is what you love and enjoy, go for it. Does having sex stop from building maximum muscle mass? This question cracks me up. No, it does not. No. Hi Joseph. Actually, I want to go into a little bit of detail on that question. So I think a lot of the reason why I get this question so often is because people think that, when you have sex or whatever, you release testosterone. So it was like an old school myth, like boxers back in the old school days, they would, not have sex for 2 weeks before their fight because they thought, you know, had higher testosterone levels and are more aggressive in the ring.
You lay off that pet shop day. Women weaken legs. Women weaken legs, huh?
That's not true at all. By not, I guess, releasing, you're probably going to damage your testosterone levels that way, if anything. So don't get caught up in that. Hi Joseph, what is your fave movie of all time? I actually like the movie Lucy. Your dad would actually like that movie. I think your dad's watched that.
That's when I told you about it.
Did he? Oh, so like Warpig, the camera guy, his dad told me, but did he actually tell me about it? That's probably why I like it so good. But yeah, if anyone wants to watch a good movie, go watch Lucy. It's about this girl who, this like Asian mafia kidnaps her and cuts her stomach open, puts drugs in her stomach, and these drugs are to make you smarter and make you have more access to the percentage of your brain. And the drugs are in her stomach and she has to transport her overseas, otherwise, you know, they'll kill her family or whatever. Anyway, she's in some dungeon cell and she gets kicked in the stomach, like beat up, and the drugs burst and they all leak through her body, and then she becomes really smart. It's a pretty good movie, and I won't tell you anymore because I don't want to ruin the movie, but she is able to access 100% of her brain and she just knows everything. So if you watch that, you'd pretty much know all these questions. Not into gymming. I have a warehouse worker, no proper diet, so could you suggest a supplement? I got no idea what your goals are. Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to put on size? I guess because you're not gymming, you're most likely probably trying to lose weight. So in that, I would say just go for a standard fat burner. A fat burner will help give you more energy throughout the day. It will help you burn calories, which will help you burn body fat, and it'll make you feel good. So yeah, if you're going to get for anything, I'll just say go for that. Also, you should be using a multivitamin and a fish oil as well. Multivitamin to get all the vitamins and minerals in you that you don't get through whole foods, and fish oil to get your essential fatty acids in. Citrulline or arginine for vascularity. 100% citrulline malate. If there's any ingredient out there, I would say citrulline malate is the best single standalone ingredient for increasing muscle pumps, increasing blood flow to the muscle, which is a muscle pump, and increasing vascularity. Now, most pre-workouts have this dose around 3 to 4 grams. I believe in order to get the effects from citrulline malate, you have to have at least 5 grams. So what I've actually done in my pre-workout, I went and I put 6 grams of citrulline malate in my pre-workout, and that's why everyone gets such crazy pumps and such crazy vascularity from using Rakich Rage. If you want to try Rakich Rage, by the way, you can purchase it from the link in the description box down below. But yeah, definitely citrulline is the best standalone ingredient for increasing muscle pumps at high dosages. It is found in watermelon, believe it or not, but the amount of watermelon you'd have to eat to get 6 grams is something like, I don't know, probably a trailer load full of watermelon. And I don't know anyone that wants to do that on a daily basis. But there, that's the Q&A done for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget, if you do need help with a meal plan or workout program that includes everything that you need to get the results that you want, you can join my Ultimate Transformation Program. More information is in the link down below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button.